Oh, why is that so fast? Grainy. Get that started. Okay, so welcome. My name is Brandy Wolf. I'm the Executive Director with the Chamber of Commerce and our Tourism Commission in Sullivan County. And I want to thank Ty Blythe for coming to speak to us from PACE Community Action Agency. I also, if we want to just take a moment to introduce ourselves, so anyone that might not know will know who we are, just who you are and where you work with would be great. Ty, I'll start with you.
My name is Ty Blythe. I am the Chief Operating Officer at PACE Community Action Agency.
Well, I'll go then. I'm Bertha Proctor. Yes, I'm Bertha Proctor. I'm the CEO at PACE Community Action and happy to be here.
Good morning, I'm Rebecca. I'm also with PACE, but I am the nurse in the Sullivan Health Connection office.
And I guess that leaves me. I'm not with PACE. My name is Chris Agee. I'm the site manager at Brampton Brick in Farmersburg.
Thank you, everybody. Ty, I'm going to turn this over to you.
All right, I'm going to turn this over to my PowerPoint. Just kidding. Let me get my screen sharing. Will take a second. It should pop up for everyone. I have a brief PowerPoint. Can you all see that? All right. I am very excited, and PACE is very excited to be sharing information with the Sullivan County Chamber of Commerce about many of the programs and services that we offer, kind of who we are and the way we can benefit your community. I want to start, and I want to probably start and end by saying thank you for having me. Information is on our website, pacecaa.org. So definitely check out our website, our social media sites. We keep those updated. And if you're part of any other groups or your work or churches or any type of organization and you say, wow, this is really good information, I'd like to share that, or I would like to have you come and share that, definitely we are willing to do that. So please just let me know. So we are a community action agency. And some people don't realize we are part of a network of community action agencies that cover basically all of the United States. So I know a lot of times people in their jobs, or they move, or they have friends or family that live different places. There's a community action agency there, most likely, that provides similar services and programs. So check those out. They're not all called PACE. Sometimes people say that. There's a trucking company in Indianapolis that's called PACE, and people are always like, Ty, do you work for a trucking company? Like, no, same name, but different organization. Our mission at PACE is to provide support services because we want to do two things: improve the community and encourage self-reliance. And sometimes people miss one of those two things, but we definitely want to improve the community and encourage self-reliance. We have a board of directors, and I like to share this because some of the people in blue might look familiar to you. These are individuals that live in Sullivan County. So we have 6 members of our board of directors that live in Sullivan County. So I don't know if you know Jordan from the library, or John worked for the newspaper for a long time, Barb. Those are our board members. And then we serve primarily 4 counties: Knox, Davies, Greene, and Sullivan. So those other members of our board are from those other counties: Knox, Davies, Greene, and Sullivan counties. So yeah, familiar faces. You can tell them, like, I saw you on screen today. They'll be scared. No, they won't be. I'm just kidding. Next, this is kind of an overview of some of our different programs and services. And a lot of times people don't realize how much we do. They will say, Ty, holy cow, PACE does so much and serves so many people. So we serve over 6,000 people every year, and we have an over $10 million annual budget. So that's a lot of money that's coming into our local communities, and that's a lot of individuals that we are serving through all of these programs. I want you all to feel like you can ask questions, and I know there's PACE people on here, so I want you all to feel like you can jump in and provide additional information or clarification. Absolutely encourage that. This program, Head Start and Early Head Start, I'm going to go through kind of the programs, the main programs that PACE offers. I would say Head Start and Early Head Start is the program most familiar to people. If you ask people about Head Start, or if you ask people about PACE, they'll say, oh yeah, preschool services. Head Start and Early Head Start services in Sullivan County, we provide them through home-based. So we have home visitors that are going into the homes and doing education with the children and the families. And we also have a classroom in the Carlisle Elementary School. That is such a cool partnership that we've had for several years now, because that really gets those kids and families familiar with the school and ready to transition. And that is what Head Start is all about. It's about getting kids and families ready for school. It's two things I like to say about Head Start. It's not first come, first served. So people are accepted, children are accepted based on a points system. And there are certain kids that qualify regardless of income, like foster children, families that receive TANF, or homeless families. So if Oprah or Jeff Bezos had a foster child, that foster child would qualify income-wise for Head Start. And it's it's early education services for children birth through age 5. That's a little bit about Head Start. Energy assistance and weatherization. These are our energy programs. And right now, although it doesn't seem like it, right, these 70-degree days, holy cow, I am not complaining. I love it. But energy assistance started on November 1st, and it's like people have their air conditioner on still. But what energy assistance does, it provides a once-a-year benefit for a qualified household on their utility bill. So it's not that we pay someone's utility bill for the entire year. It is a benefit if they qualify income-wise. And one of the things that we are very thrilled about this year in particular is we partnered with the libraries in all 4 counties. So we've partnered with the library in Sullivan County, with all of their branches as well. So to apply for energy assistance, in addition to filling out the application, there's some documents you have to give us copies of. Your social security card, your utility bill, proof of income. And sometimes people are like, I don't have copies of those. So they can go to the library, and the libraries at no cost to the individual will make copies of the documents that they need. And then if those individuals want, the library will also email all of that information to us, so they don't have to put it in the mail. It gets here quicker. It's all confidential. So that's a great partnership. And that's one of the things that I love about working at PACE is we're serious about partnering. We love partnering with other organizations, with other places in the community. And this library partnership has just been awesome this year. So it just started. This is our first full month of doing the library partnership, but it is helpful for individuals in the community. So that's a little bit about energy assistance. Weatherization, I think weatherization is so cool. And if before I worked at PACE, if I would have been looking at these pictures on this PowerPoint, I would have said, what in the heck is that red thing on the door? And I don't know, Chris might know what it is, or someone might know what it is, but it is a blower door. And so what we do with weatherization is we go into homes and we see, what does this home need to be more energy efficient? It might need insulation. It might need a furnace repaired or replaced. It might need sealing around the windows where there's air leaks. So we're able to use science to do all these cool tests and see, what does that dwelling need, and then make those changes at no cost to the homeowner. It also can be used for renters as long as the landlord signs off. So for that program, two things have to be true. You have to be income eligible and the dwelling has to be eligible. So if we go into a home and there's a giant hole in their roof, we're not going to be able to weatherize that home because that's not going to do any good if we give you a new furnace and all the air is going out your roof. So that is a program, and what's great is that's a really permanent fix on the house. Something that a lot of people don't realize is low-income people often use way more money on their utility bills than others because their home does need these energy efficient measures, but they're unable to afford those. So that's a great program. And I always say that benefits everyone, because if my neighbor is using up a whole bunch of energy, we know with supply and demand, that makes my energy cost more, right? If they're using it all up, mine costs more. And it's also bad for the environment. So really a win-win-win program for our weatherization department. Health Connection, and some of you have probably heard about this because this is our kind of new to Sullivan County, our new location. You can see the picture right there on Section Street. And Health Connection, we have been operating Health Connection clinics throughout southwestern Indiana for over 50 years. And they provide reproductive health care services for men and women. There is no one turned away for their inability to pay, and there's no income guidelines. So you don't have to be low income to use these services. A lot of times it's one of the first times that individuals are really taking responsibility for their own health care. One of the other huge benefits that this program has is the sexual assault examiner, the sexual assault nurse examiner. And that is if you know of someone or if you've been a victim of sexual assault, we have the staff that can do the screening, can take all of the evidence, can provide that service for someone that's been a victim of sexual assault. That's a really challenging time for people. A lot of times when people don't want to talk to anyone or they don't want to go somewhere, and we just want to encourage people, it's so important because we know that sexual assaults do happen and we want to be able to provide and help individuals. So two separate services there. One is the sexual assault service. One is just your regular reproductive health care, pregnancy tests, birth control, all of those type of services. That is our Health Connection. Keeping on the topic of health insurance navigators. If you have ever tried to navigate the marketplace to see what insurances you might qualify for through that, I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. It's challenging. That's what I would say. I have looked at it before. I have gone through it, and it is a beast. And we have certified health insurance navigators that are able to do that. They sit with individuals. They look through what types of insurances the person might qualify for and help them to apply for that and make sure all of those documents are taken care of. So kudos to them. That is not a job I could do. And I'm glad that we have staff that are there that can help individuals, because it is really important that people have health insurance. This is awesome. This is the premier group. You all are the first people to hear us talk about our Family Meals program that we received a large grant from the United Way of the Wabash Valley to provide. And we know that food insecurity, and Brandy even pointed this out when I had talked to her earlier in the week, food insecurity is a big problem, especially right now in our communities. And traditionally people use food pantries. So they go to the food pantry, they get the food, and then they cook the food. And what we really want to do is partner with local restaurants. And so the way this program will work is we will partner with a restaurant and we will gather individuals that have food insecurity, get their names, information, and then we will say to them, all right, on Friday, you go to this restaurant, you pick up a meal for a family of 4, and then we pay the restaurant. So it's a way where we are impacting the restaurants. We are helping to keep people employed, to keep the restaurants going, impacting the local businesses. And that's really what PACE is about. Sometimes people say, well, all you do is like give things to individuals. And really our focus is on, hey, how do we help businesses? How do we improve the community? How do we keep everything in Sullivan County and in the surrounding counties flowing? And this family meals program is an awesome way that we could do that. And this grant was very competitive. And I would guess, I don't know this, they didn't tell me this, so sometimes I just make stuff up that seems right to me. I would guess that us wanting to partner with the businesses and individuals is one of the reasons why we received this grant, because we are really impacting the community. You will hear more about this because like I said, we just got notified on the 1st. So we hope to have this going though by, look, I'm afraid to say something because Bertha was on here, by the middle to end of this month, this program will be in operation.
By December.
Oh, she said by December. I was being ambitious. We're gonna shoot for November. Let's see. Individual development account. What do you want to say about this other than this is a matched savings program where individuals that qualify, that save, if they save $1, the state matches it with $3. Okay, so if your bank offers that, please message me and let me know where you bank, because I would love to have that return on my savings. But this program is designed to build assets. So it is for individuals to start a savings account if they want to purchase a home, redo something on their home. You can see in this photo, this family needed a retaining wall. So they saved their money to build their retaining wall. Some people need a vehicle to get to work. Some people, anything to do with going to college, whether it's books or tuition, or you need a laptop. So the whole idea is that individuals are building assets, that maybe they want to start a business or expand their business. And the thing that I think is great about this program, the income guidelines are much higher than other programs. So your family income can be up to $51,500, which if we look at the data in our counties, that meets a majority of individuals in our communities could be participating in this program. And I think I said, this is one of our most underutilized programs. People think it sounds too good to be true, and it's not, it's real. And the other thing I like to tell people is you're never going to lose the money that you save. So say you're like, are we allowed to say the C word? It's COVID. I didn't know. I was trying not to say it, but I said the C word. It's COVID time, and maybe you're thinking, now is not the time for me to start saving because what if something happens with my job and I can no longer save? You're never going to lose what money you have saved. So say you save and you save for the next 3 months and you have $200 saved, and then suddenly you have a major medical expense. You can take out your $200. That's always your money. You just wouldn't receive the match if you're not using it on one of these qualified purchases. So there's really not a negative or a risk to starting the individual development account. 2 fun programs. One, we did Boys and Beyond. Boys and Beyond is a program that we created for 4th and 5th grade boys that talked about how to tie a tie, how to change a tire, how to stay safe online. And the boys actually participate in activities. We did this as a summer camp last summer. That's actually a boy from Carlisle that participated. So volunteers love our Boys and Beyond. The boys love it. Every time it's over, they're like, can we please have more? We want to keep participating. It's an awesome program the boys can participate in. It's not income based. So that's great. And then people said, what are you doing for girls? The boys have this program. So we created STEM camp scholarships. So we know if we want to help people move out of poverty, one of the greatest ways to do that is to try to get them engaged in high-paying jobs. So we provide scholarships for girls to attend STEM camp. Again, all this information is on our website. It's not a secret. We want it out there in the community. It seems crazy to me that it's not almost time, but we are nearly halfway through the school year. So as soon as that happens, it's going to be time for people looking for college scholarships. And we have provided over 30 $500 scholarships for children that were previous Head Start students. So you can see, I think Madison Followell in Sullivan County was our most recent awardee on the scholarship. It's just another one of those things PACE does that sometimes people are like, I didn't know you did that. So I always like to say, well, how could I have put the information out there so you did know? And that's where I like to say, look at our website, look at our Facebook page. We keep that information updated. Ruth House is not a PACE program. So I want to be very clear on that. It's not a program that we operate like the other programs, but it is a program that we partner with and help financially to support. So they do housing for women that have been involved with substance abuse issues. So, and there's Bertha, you can see her on the bottom right, who was on the call. So talking to the women from Ruth House. So I just wanted to include that as understanding there's other ways we're involved with Sullivan County. Finally, my last slide, I like to say, why are we important? Well, hopefully you heard about all those programs and you think, wow, those are important. I can see how they could impact myself, my neighbor, my church group, my friend, my staff at work, my coworkers. But if you can't see those things, then let me tell you about the money we bring in to the community, the partnerships that we have. I didn't even mention the fact that we have nationwide recognition. Bertha serves as the president of CAPLAW, which is a national legal arm for our community action agencies. So she is super important, well known all over the United States, and really brings recognition to community action agencies in Indiana. We have building improvements that we make. If you look at any of the facilities we're in, from our health clinic to our school, the picture from the Carlisle Elementary School, we put in that piece of playground equipment. We bring money and quality into the community, and we're helping your neighbors, your coworkers, your family throughout Sullivan County. Again, because I told you I wanted to say this at the beginning and the end, for those of you, if you're listening and you're still watching, because I know a lot of you are doing this pre-recorded, if you want this information shared with a group, please let me know. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to share that information and come and answer questions. And please check out our website and like our social media sites, because that is where you're definitely going to find more information about what's going on in our, let's see if you can see that, our Facebook or our website. This is what it looks like. So check it out. It has all of our programs and services on it. So I don't think you could see that, but our website, pacecaa.org. That's all I have until you ask me a question.
Thank you very much. It was informative. I really didn't realize some of the programs that you offered.
Yes, that means I was successful. That was my goal.
Yes. So the savings plan, how would someone go about that? How would do they come in and talk to a navigator? How does that work for them?
They actually look at our website. It has the information on it. We are not seeing anyone other than our health clinic really in our building. So they would call, they would talk to our community services block grant coordinator. Her information is on the website. There's an application. So they would fill out the application. They would show or let us know that they have proof of earned income. So that is one thing. You have to have earned income. It can't be I'm receiving TANF or Social Security. It does have to be earned income, and then they fill out the application and they start saving.
I like that program. It's more, I can see the value in that. Not only are they receiving something, but they're learning to save as well and put back
Yes.
in the future.
And there's an education component. So in addition to the saving, they do go through some financial literacy training. So that is another benefit for individuals. And it's a really huge benefit to save for something if you know you're getting $3 for every dollar. It makes like rejecting that Diet Coke from McDonald's, which is what I'm craving right now. It makes it easier to say, I'm going to reject that dollar for today, because if I put that in my savings account, I'm coming up with $3. So you're saving faster, you're building assets, you're improving the community. All of our programs have an education component, and that's definitely one that it's really clear what it is.
Did not realize that either. The winterization, I really like that too.
Yes, weatherization is a great benefit, like I said, not only to the homeowner, but to the landlord. So if if you have rental properties, if they qualify and the person qualifies and we go in and weatherize those, you can't raise the rent on people and be like, oh, we made these improvements, your rent's higher. But that's really helping those individuals, and that's helping that dwelling. So it's a great way for individuals to really make and see a big impact in the community. Bertha wants to say something. Maybe.
I was just going to add, for weatherization, we also use local contractors. So we're putting oops, I did it again, didn't it? We're putting money in local contractors' pockets as well. So with weatherization, that's a partnership. We're using HVAC contractors, we're using shell contractors, and significant dollars are going into.
Yes, and that's not
getting this in their home, also bringing those dollars in and putting it in contractors' pockets. Serious about that.
Yes, the money goes to contractors. We don't do that work in-house, and it's not an emergency repair program. I always like to say that, because sometimes people call, they'll be like, my heater's out, can you come tomorrow? And it's like, this program is designed to make your home more energy efficient. It's not an emergency program.
I love that. It's, excuse me, it's a win-win situation, because it's helping the person, it's helping the community, it's helping the economy. So it's really.
Yes, and those contractors that Bertha's talking about, they go through a lot of training. So that means it's not like then they don't know that training if they're coming to your house later just to do regular work for you. So that helps individuals that aren't even participating in the weatherization program, because contractors understand, how can I make this home more energy efficient, or what needs to happen here. Any other questions, comments, rumors, things you've heard about PACE? You're like, I've always wondered if this is true. Now is the time to ask that. Bertha and I can't help but be honest and answer things.
I'm just surprised at everything that is offered through PACE, and thrilled to have your presence, an actual physical presence back in Sullivan County. I know you've been here, but to have the actual physical presence, we're thrilled to have you back.
Thank you. And we feel like we never left. So we are glad to be here. We've always been here, and we want to provide services and partner and do things in Sullivan County. So don't forget about us. Feel free to reach out, and we're excited.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I do have one question. I actually get questions quite a bit. People will call in asking where they can go for assistance and etc. So I will mention PACE. So I normally give them the phone number for Sullivan. Is that okay? I'm going to direct them to your website now, but what's my best option to help someone?
It really depends what they're asking for. The
Okay.
phone number in Sullivan for our health clinic would be if someone is having health, if they want information for health, for reproductive health care. If they're wanting utility assistance, weatherization, their best bet is to call 812-882-7927. 812-882-7927. That is our main number, because we have individuals that work from home and from the office in different places that are answering that are making referrals or sending those calls. And sometimes it's more than one program within PACE. Maybe they need the health clinic, maybe they also need energy assistance, weatherization, and want to know about the IDA. And by calling our main number, we're able to link them with the information that they need.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, ladies, very much. And I apologize to the Sullivan office if you've received phone calls.
Oh, no, that's completely okay. I answer questions to the best of my ability, and then I get transferred over to the specific department that they need. So that's also okay. In regards to the energy assistance program that's going on, I do have applications here in the office for that. If someone doesn't have a way to get somewhere else, they're welcome to come in, grab an application. And in that same breath, once they get all their information gathered, I do also have a Dropbox outside the building that I'm checking daily, and I'm getting those applications to send as well.
Oh, fantastic. Great. Thank you.
Thank you for mentioning that. I forgot about that.
Thank you, ladies, very much.
Thank you. If there's anything you think of, please give us a call.
I will do. I am going to get this recording out later, and the chamber has started a YouTube channel. So I am going to do my best to get this on the YouTube channel as well, so we can share it out and have it for future.
Cool.
Thank you so much for having us, for having Ty.
Thanks for coming. You all have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.